Hello, my dear friends. I'm excited this week because I want to offer an answer to a question that Rashi poses. Rashi says, Ein yodea, I don't know the answer to this question. So when Rashi writes, I don't know, so it's like teasing everyone. So many of the Sfarim say, I have a suggestion to answer Rashi's question. So I'm going to throw in my 2 cents. Also, it's of course presumptuous of me to even think that I can answer Rashi's question, but in Torah learning, you're allowed to offer your own suggestions. So here's what's Rashi's question? What does Rashi say? I don't know any idea. Rashi's question is, the Chumash describes how Yaakov impersonated Esav, and Yitzchak gave the brachas to Yaakov. Esav was furious. Esav decided he's going to murder Yaakov. Rivka finds out, Rashi says through divine prophecy, Ruach HaKodesh, others say because Luban told others, Esav told others what he was planning to do. So she tells Yaakov, you have to leave the house. You have to go away until Esav comes down because he's planning to kill you. Then she goes and she tells her husband, Yitzchak, that Katzi B'chaya, my life will be disgusting if Yitzchak takes a wife from the local population, and therefore he needs to go he should go to Luban to find the wife. So Yaakov here's what his wife says. So Yitzchak tells Yaakov, yes, you should go to Luban in order to find a wife. So when the Chumash says that Yaakov sent away, the Yitzchak sent away Yaakov, so it says Vayishlach Yaakov, as Yitzchak is Yaakov. Yitzchak sent away Yaakov, and Yaakov went to Padan Aram. And Luban ben Besuli went to Luban, and then the Chumash says, who's Luban? Achi Rivka. He's the brother of Rivka, and who is Rivka? Aim Yaakov Esav. She's the mother of Yaakov and Esav. So Rashi says, why in the world does the Chumash have to say that she's the mother of Yaakov and Esav? Of course we know that. The whole Parashas, that's the whole story. Parashas told us about it. She had twins, and Yaakov was a tzaddik, Esav was a Russian, all those things. So we know that she's the mother of Yaakov and Esav. Why is the Chumash, in this pasuk where Yaakov is being sent away by Yitzchak, there the Chumash tells us, you know who Rivka is? She's the mother of Yaakov and Esav. That's what Rashi says. So Rashi says, Eni yodea maba lamdein. I don't know what is coming to teach me. It's been pointed out many times. Why did Rashi say, I don't know? He could have just not said anything. But the point is, Rashi wanted to teach us an important lesson, that a person has to sometimes, when you don't understand something, you have to acknowledge and admit that you don't understand. And it's not only in terms of you have a kasha on the Gemara, a kasha on Chumash, it's in life in general. There's many things we don't understand. We have kashas on the Rebbeinu Shalom. Why is God doing it this way? Why is God doing it that way? If Rashi could say any day, Rashi was a super genius and a tremendous Talmid Chacham. If Rashi could say any day, we also could say any day, and that's how we should deal with things that trouble us in life. But that's Rashi's question. Why does the Chumash say that Rivka is the mother of Yaakov and Esav? So here's my suggestion. There's a big an obvious question here in the parsha. Rivka tells Yaakov that he has to go run away because Esav's plotting to kill him. Then she tells her husband Yitzchak a different reason why Yaakov should leave. She tells Yitzchak that I don't want Yaakov to marry a local girl. He should go away in order to find a wife. Why didn't she tell Yaakov why didn't she tell Yitzchak the real reason? That Esav is plotting to kill Yaakov, and that's why Yaakov has to go away, has to escape. And furthermore, why does she want Yaakov to leave? She should want Esav to leave. Esav is the Rasha. Esav is the one that wants to murder Yaakov. Esav is the perpetrator of the crime. So when somebody's a perpetrator, you don't send away the victim, you send away the perpetrator. So why is she sending Yaakov away? She should let Yaakov stay. And it's so important for Yaakov. Yaakov is a tzaddik. It's so important for Yaakov to stay in the house of his father. Esav doesn't have anything from Yaakov, from Yitzchak. Esav, in spite of his upbringing, he became a Rasha. He committed all sorts of terrible sins, cardinal sins. Rashi says, Avodah Zarah, Gilui Arayis. So why does she want Yitzchak to leave? She should want Esav to leave. So I think the answer is because Rivka knew that if Esav is sent away, then there's no hope for Esav. As long as Esav's still in the house of Yaakov, maybe something good will come out of Esav. But once you send them away, the relationship is finished. And she didn't even want to tell Yitzchak that Esav is plotting to kill Yaakov, because that would destroy the relationship that Yitzchak had with Esav. Yaakov believed in Esav. Yaakov thought he was a great person. He was a deceiver. He was a Ramah. He tricked Yitzchak. But in the end, it was better that Yitzchak should think that Esav is a tzaddik, because if he would think that if he would know he's a Rasha, he would write him off completely. So Rivka doesn't want to tell Yaakov that Esav is a scoundrel. She doesn't want to tell Yaakov that Esav is planning to kill Yaakov, and she doesn't want Esav to be the one to leave the house, because then there'll be no hope left for him. So why? The question is, why would she want? Why does she care so much about Esav? Esav is a terrible person. Yaakov's a tzaddik. So why does she care so much about Esav? The answer is because she's Aim, Yaakov, Esav. She's still the mother of Yaakov and Esav. Yaakov comes first. She loves Yaakov more than Esav, but she's still the mother of Yaakov and Esav, and she cares deeply about the future of Esav, and she hopes that maybe Esav will be turned around. Maybe under the influence of her holy husband Yitzchak, Esav will turn around one day. But if we send him away, and just telling Yaakov what transpired will destroy the relationship between Yitzchak and Esav, and no good will come from Esav. Perhaps that's also why the Chumash, in the same pasuk, the Chumash says that Luban is the brother of Rivka. Why do we have to, that Rashi didn't ask that, but the same question. We know already that Luban is the brother of Rivka. Why does he have to tell me that over here? That Luban is the brother of Rivka? So thinking because the Rivka understood that even when somebody is going off in the wrong direction, you never know. And not only, maybe that person himself, maybe won't come back, but maybe the person's next generations will come back. So you see that Rivka, Luban was a Rasha, and Besua, Luban's father, and Rivka's father was also Rasha. But you see, out of Luban came out of Besua came a Rivka. Out of Luban's sister came a Rivka, Tzadekes. So therefore, Rivka knew that you never write people off. There's always hope, even for Esav. There's hope as long as he stays in the house of Yaakov. And there's a terrific lesson here, and that is never give up on people. Never say, they're no good, there's nothing that we can do with them. Toss them out, throw them away, chase them out of the house. It's certainly the lesson for parents. Sometimes parents are having difficulty with children. They get angry, they get upset, they chase the children away. Never allowed to do that. But in general, when we deal with people, and we sometimes see people that are up to no good and they're moving in the wrong direction, never give up hope. Because you see, Rivka was always, as a mother, Rivka was concerned not only for Yaakov but for Esav, and she felt it's more important that let Yaakov go to the house of Luban, as difficult as it be. Let Esav stay under the tutelage of Yitzchak, because you never know when a person can be turned around. I wish everyone a good Shabbos. Thank you for listening.